Have you ever had a thought that felt like it was leading you in circles, never quite finding its way to clarity? A riddle that seemed so simple, yet couldn't be solved no matter how hard you tried. Now imagine a practice that takes this very paradox and uses it not to confuse you, but to free you. A practice that intentionally breaks apart the mind's conventional patterns of thinking and opens up a direct, unfiltered experience of reality. This is the essence of the Koan in Zen Buddhism. In Zen practice, koans are not merely riddles or puzzles for the intellect. They are transformative tools, designed to dismantle the limitations of ordinary thought and to awaken a deeper, more intuitive understanding of the world. They are gateways to direct experience, moments where the usual, structured way of thinking is set aside and a vast, unmediated awareness emerges. In this essay, we will explore the use of koans in Zen practice, how they challenge conventional thinking, and their ultimate purpose in guiding practitioners toward enlightenment. Before we dive deeper, welcome to the Unfolding Journey YouTube channel. If you're curious about Zen philosophy or spiritual practices that challenge the boundaries of ordinary thinking, you're in the right place. On this channel, we explore profound concepts in a way that is both accessible and thought-provoking. Whether you're a seasoned practitioner or a curious beginner, our aim is to offer insights that can help you navigate your own journey of self-discovery. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos that will continue to expand your understanding and challenge your perspectives. What is a koan? To understand the profound role koans play in Zen practice, it's important to first define what a koan is. In simple terms, a koan is a type of question or statement used in Zen Buddhism to provoke doubt, disrupt habitual thinking, and lead the practitioner into a direct experience of reality. Often paradoxical, koans appear illogical or unsolvable in the conventional sense. They can be simple questions like, what is the sound of one hand clapping? Or more complex stories, such as the interaction between a Zen master and a student. The key feature of a koan is its ability to transcend intellectual understanding, forcing the practitioner to confront the limits of conceptual thought. In Zen, there is an understanding that the mind, when left to its usual devices, tends to rely on dualistic thinking. Distinctions such as good and bad, right and wrong, subject and object. This kind of thinking reinforces the illusion of separation and individuality. Koans, however, aim to dissolve these barriers, leading the practitioner toward a state of awareness that is direct, non-conceptual, and unmediated by the usual filters of ordinary thinking. The role of koans in Zen practice. In the context of Zen meditation, or zazen, koans are used as a tool to transcend ordinary thought and arrive at a direct experience of reality. Zen practitioners often sit with a koan during their meditation, turning it over and over in their minds, not in an effort to solve it intellectually, but to allow it to break apart the conceptual frameworks that usually govern their thinking. The question or statement becomes a focal point for the mind. But unlike traditional thinking, where one seeks logical resolution, in Zen practice, the goal is to experience the question or the paradox directly, without relying on concepts. The famous Zen master, Huining, one of the most important figures in Chinese Zen history, illustrated this point when he said, "The highest wisdom is to see into the nature of things. To see into the nature of things is not an intellectual pursuit. It is a direct experience, an immediate understanding, one that bypasses thought and conceptualization." Koans are designed to facilitate this kind of direct experience, often by presenting a situation or a statement that defies the ordinary ways of thinking, breaking the mind's habitual patterns. The mind, particularly the ego-driven mind, is constantly striving to make sense of the world through categories, labels, and distinctions. This is useful in everyday life for navigation, but it becomes a hindrance when it comes to deeper spiritual insights. The habitual patterns of thought we rely on, though necessary for functioning in the world, limit our capacity to experience things as they truly are. Koans challenge these very mental habits. When presented with a koan, the Zen practitioner is asked to confront a situation or statement that seems to resist all logical resolution. What is the sound of one hand clapping? for example, forces the mind into a paradox. The first instinct is to try to solve it in a traditional sense, but it becomes clear that a conceptual answer is impossible. This frustration is exactly the point. It breaks the mind's usual reliance on dualistic, rational thinking and pushes the practitioner into an experience that is non-conceptual, present, and unmediated. This experience, which can be described as a kind of intuitive knowing or kensho, is a profound moment of insight. It is a direct awareness of the present moment that bypasses the usual intellectual filters and arrives at an understanding that transcends ordinary thought. In Zen, this experience is often considered the beginning of awakening, the realization that our habitual ways of seeing the world are limited, and that there is a deeper truth that can be accessed directly without the need for conceptualization. The paradox of enlightenment, transcending thought. One of the most intriguing aspects of koans is that they are paradoxical in nature. On the surface, they appear to be riddles or questions with no logical answer. However, they serve a deeper purpose than simply challenging the intellect. Koans point to the very nature of enlightenment itself, which is often described in Zen as a direct experience that transcends ordinary thinking. The famous Zen master Linji Rinzai once said, "If you meet the Buddha on the road, kill him." This seemingly violent statement actually points to the idea that enlightenment cannot be found through conceptual thinking or external means. It must be realized directly through one's own experience. The koan, what is the sound of one hand clapping, plays with the same paradox. It refuses to be understood by the intellect, forcing the practitioner to go beyond the mind and experience reality directly. The practice of engaging with koans is thus not about achieving a specific answer or intellectual understanding. Rather, it is about letting go of the need for conceptual resolution and surrendering to the present moment, to the experience itself. In Zen, the question becomes the answer, not because it is logically answered, but because it points directly to a state of awareness that is beyond thought. Koans and the teacher-student relationship. In traditional Zen practice, koans are often used in the teacher-student relationship. The student is given a koan to meditate on, and they bring their understanding or experience of it to their teacher. The teacher then provides guidance, often in the form of responses that further challenge the student's thinking. This dynamic between teacher and student is crucial because Zen teachers are often seen not as intellectual authorities, but as guides who help students move beyond the confines of conventional thought. The teacher's role is to direct the student's awareness in such a way that they can break free from the limitations of their conceptual mind. A Zen teacher might respond to a student's attempt to solve a koan with a sharp, even seemingly unrelated comment or action, such as striking the student with a stick or offering a cryptic phrase. These responses are meant to jar the student out of their ordinary mental patterns and push them closer to the direct experience of reality that Zen seeks to cultivate. The koan and the teacher's response act as catalysts, disrupting the student's habitual thinking and opening them up to new dimensions of awareness. In this sense, Zen is not just a solitary practice. It is a relational process that requires the student to work with their teacher to transcend their ordinary ways of seeing and knowing. The ultimate purpose of koans. At their core, koans are not about intellectual mastery. They are tools to break down the walls of separation created by the conceptual mind, to point the practitioner toward a more immediate and direct experience of reality. Through the use of koans, Zen practitioners are invited to look beyond dualistic thinking and directly encounter the world as it is, without the filter of judgment or interpretation. In Zen, this awakening is often described as a return to the original nature of things, an experience of the world before it is divided into categories of good and bad, right and wrong, subject and object. Koans, in their paradoxical simplicity, serve as a powerful reminder that the mind's usual grasp on reality is not the full picture. By engaging with them, practitioners are guided to let go of their attachment to thought and experience the world in its unfiltered, direct form. Koans serve as both a challenge and a gateway in Zen practice. They force the practitioner to let go of conventional thinking, to question everything they thought they knew about reality, and to open up to a more direct, unmediated experience of the present moment. Through paradox and questioning, Koans break down the mental barriers that keep us trapped in dualistic thinking, allowing us to experience the world in a way that is free from concepts and categories. The practice of engaging with koans can lead to profound moments of awakening, where the practitioner realizes that enlightenment is not something to be attained through intellectual effort, but something to be experienced directly. It is a practice that teaches us to let go of our attachments to thought and to embrace the simplicity and directness of the present moment. If you've enjoyed this exploration of koans and Zen practice, be sure to subscribe to the Unfolding Journey YouTube channel. We will continue to delve into the mysteries of Zen philosophy and spirituality, offering insights that will challenge your thinking and inspire you on your own path of awakening. Don't forget to like, comment, and share if you found this video helpful. Join us on this unfolding journey toward deeper understanding and realization.